Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. First, I'll start just by saying for this week, CJ, Emi, and Jalen Peter will be out. Fire away.
What are you looking to see from Davis now that he's getting a second week in a row?
For this week, I'm looking for Davis just to continue to improve. I thought he went out and did a nice job leading us to a victory on last week. Just looking for him to go out, execute the offense the proper way, get us in the proper calls, and just do his job to the best of his ability.
When you think about your offensive linemen and the options that you guys have, are there particular skill sets that are necessary that maybe this guy has, this guy doesn't have, that makes them a better fit with some of the other guys on the line?
For our offensive line, we're looking for whatever gives us the best chance, the best opportunity to go out and play good football up front, communicate, be on the same page, do what we're asking guys to do, and play good football. That's what we're asking to do. So whoever's out there, that's all I want to see.
On Sunday, Tay talked about Trent Brown and how much he has helped him, and he also talked about just overall the line. He said it's really been about communication. Can you just talk about the growth of him as a rookie, especially in such a key position, how much he's grown?
Yeah, Tay has done a really nice job being, kind of goes missing at times when you understand that a rookie is playing left tackle. Really tough position. He's done a good job of being steady. I mean, early on, he had some mistakes, things that happen, that's a given for a rookie, but he's steady. He's been steady the entire time, and that's what I appreciate about him. Like, he's not too high, not too low. He's even keel, executing his job, and having a guy like Trent who's done it for a long time to help him, give him some pointers. I think that's very beneficial to the rookies, and that's very beneficial for our entire league when you have veteran guys who are willing to share, willing to help guys out. Now, they'll give you the information. Now, those guys have to go out and still perform, but it's very helpful. That's how, all the young guys, myself included, coming into the league, you really lean into the veterans and what they're able to teach you. So I'm happy for those guys to build that relationship, and hopefully it continues to flourish.
Watching the film, what is it going to take to be able to stop Tennessee's defensive front, especially the defensive line?
Yeah, Tennessee's defensive line is the strength of their entire team. We know the guys inside are really great players. They can wreck a play at any given time. So to do that, we just have to play with awareness up front. We got to play with toughness. We're going to have to grind. Simmons is a really great player. He's going to play hard each and every snap. There is no let up in him, so we have to outcompete him as best we can, knowing that, he's going to make some plays, right? We got to weather the storm. We got to keep moving forward. We can't allow one play to get us down. We just have to keep pressing. We have to keep mixing it up offensively, running our offense the proper way.
Miles Bryant, he's played nickel, he's played safety, he's played outside corner. Obviously a versatile player. What are some things you see that allows him to be versatile?
Miles is a really smart player. That's why he's able to do multiple things, multiple spots. He's a guy you can trust, a guy you can count on, whatever the situation is. Even if Miles doesn't practice a position, if there's a guy I'm going to throw out there at any given time, it's going to be Miles Bryant, because he's sharp in the classroom, he's sharp on the field, and he's always going to be where he's supposed to be.
What is it about Danielle Hunter that has made him valuable for this defense?
Danielle is arguably one of the best pass rushers in the history of the game. Like, he's shown that time and time again. He's been on the tear here lately. I mean, he's done a fantastic job, and the thing that really sets him apart is when he's exploding off the ball, he's playing with speed to power, right? It's tough to block, really tough to block, and it's really not just him alone. He does have a nice move, but when the guys in the interior are pushing the pocket and really not allowing the quarterback to step up, that's when we're capable of getting the sacks and closing the deal. So Danielle's done a really fantastic job, not just now, but his entire career.
Looking ahead a little bit, how obviously you guys have a Thursday night game next week. With the concussion protocol, how difficult can it be for someone that hasn't, whoever, generally speaking, difficult to kind of clear on a short week? Just kind of looking a little ahead.
And when it comes to the concussion protocol, it's every guy is different. So it's a day-to-day process. So I'm not looking to next week and trying to predict what that looks like. I'm looking at the day-to-day process to see, where guys are.
You've often talked about kind of the willingness of the offensive lineman to do what you're asking them to do. When you are evaluating, how much of that is the ability to do it, and then like the want and desire on the mental side of like wanting to do it?
Yeah, everybody wants to do it, right? Guys that are in this league, they're in this league because they want to do it, and some guys are better players in this league because they do it better. That's just the nature of where we are. Some guys are better at doing some things than others. So you continue to try to, one thing, you find guys that have the mental toughness, right? And that position there is all about, it's about technique, it's about communication, it's about, not having any grenades go off and just really like being sound and disciplined. That's the one position that you have to be locked in every single snap. Right, the picture changes a lot defensively. They have a lot of moving pictures, a lot of things that happen up front that guys have to communicate. You have to expect things to change. So with those guys up front, you have to be smart. You got to be physical. You got to be tough.
Under the the next man up reality of the league, is Graham Mertz your number two, and how has he progressed if he is since he's joined us as a rookie?
Yeah, Graham has continued to progress, do a good job. He's been running our scout team for the past 2 weeks, and he's done a really good job. Made a really nice throw out there today. He made a really nice play on a seam throw. He's progressing, doing really well. He's taking the mental reps while he's not in physically when our ones are up. He's back, standing behind, right, Davis, taking that rep. Continue to ask him questions. Hey, what are you doing in this situation? What's your read? Just keeping him mentally in tune because we can't give him those reps.
You have some guys who you know are going to start, so their preparation doesn't change. As a coach, is there any like extra appreciation when you have guys like Miles, Trent, even Davis to a certain point that they likely aren't going to play in certain weeks, but they're able to contribute when you need them most?
For those guys, if you're call it a backup in this league, like I'm always impressed with backups because you get the least amount of reps. When your name is called, you're expected to go out there and do it just as if you got all the reps. So it's unfair to the backups in a sense, but also if you are a backup, like what's your preparation like in the background? It has to be spot on. You have to be on top of. You have to have that A+ mentality, right? When you're in the classroom, you're studying at home because you're not getting that rep physically. So those mental reps have to kick up, and you have to dominate every rep you get.
How have you seen Cam Ward grow from the first time you saw him earlier this season?
Yeah, I think where Cam has grown to me, where it's early on, you see it a lot where he was running out of the back of the pocket, trying to make the big play a lot, where you see him trying to settle down. I think offensively, they'll try to settle things down here after the bye week, kind of, not try to take the big plays as much and try to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands a little quicker. So I think that's where the coaching staff will come in and try to help him to settle down even more.
Personality standpoint, how important has a guy like Azeez been to just add to the team? Well, obviously being both years, but just having him on the team from a personality standpoint, team chemistry standpoint, how vital has he been just for his overall team?
Yeah, man, Azeez is the glue. All right, he's the heartbeat. He's the glue of our team. Like, he keeps this thing together. Without him, I'm not sure where we would be. Without his leadership, without his mindset, how he shows up every single day, the passion that he brings, the wisdom that he brings to the locker room, out on the field, just like man, I can't say enough great things about Azeez. I love the person who he is and how he's grown and matured, and I'm thankful that he's here in our locker room. Of course, I love the player, I love the mentality, but the locker room, the man that he is and what he stands for, what he represents, like there's not a better guy, I'd say, in this league than Azeez.
Last week you showed the video of Danny Williams, his shoulder being popped out and him finishing that heavyweight fight and never quitting on certain moments. That really resonated with a lot of the team, and they said so when we interviewed them after the win. Is there a Saturday night video or film that you're thinking about for this week heading into this one at all?
Yeah, I can't tell you guys all that. No. It's for me, it's everything for me is like, it's in that moment. It's like what I'm feeling at that point in time. So it's not that I have things planned out a week at a time of what I'm showing the guy. I get a pulse of our team, get a feel for where we are, how the week went, and what our guys need to hear in that moment. So I'm not just pre-planning things and showing like when things hit me the right way, I sleep on it. It's in my heart to show the guys, and I feel like it'll resonate with them. That's what I'll show them.
Obviously, it's not the goal, but just to get back to 500, that benchmark, what does that mean for you guys? Is it important?
We want to win the football game. That's the most important thing. Really don't care about all. It's just, can we win a football game? And what does that take? Like, it takes guys having that will to go win, that determination and go finish. It takes guys being locked in on their assignments, doing it to the best of their ability, and again, not blinking. 4 quarters of disciplined football and finishing. That's all that matters to me.
Coach, with the league always pushing towards more safety in the game, especially about protecting quarterbacks. This is the second time in CJ's career he's had to deal with concussions, and then there's other, franchise star quarterbacks around the league that has dealt with concussions throughout their career as well. Could you see the league potentially moving towards making the quarterbacks wear the guardian caps just to protect them from concussion protocol?
When it comes to the protection of the quarterbacks, I think the league has done a good job of really changing the position-specific helmets. So quarterbacks actually have a position-specific helmet that's designed to help them, right, limit the concussions or the impact once they hit the ground, right? And if we had to take it a step further to the guardian cap as well, I think for me and for everybody, man, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make sure these guys are as healthy as possible. Whatever team you're on, whoever you play for, it's about the person first and foremost, and you never want to see anybody, especially battle the concussions, right? That's a delicate situation, and you don't want to see guys go through it. It's tough watching guys have to go through that, and so whatever we have to do, and I know it's, you play a physical game, some things you can't, truly control how that impact happens, but I think the league's done a good job of changing the position-specific helmets for the lineman, for the quarterback, and they continue to advance and progress the helmet protocol to make sure we have the safest equipment possible.
And I just want to say, with you being able to step away from football on yesterday to attend the funeral of one of your friends, how much did that just bring back to reality that it's more than just about this game, it's about the friendships and the relationship that you develop?
Yeah, thank you for that, man. It's everything, the relationships, the people, like who you touch, who you impact, like every day. So I say, man, every day is a great day, like to bring joy to someone's life. And we get to do football, it's entertainment, but we also understand that, man, it's real life. And everybody has families and loved ones that they care about. So for all of us, it's like, man, show love to everybody, treat people how you want to be treated, show people, right, that kindness, right, that we all don't deserve, but you just show it anyway to everybody. And that's what it's all about, man. How you treat, how you love other people, that's what we should do. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Coach.